fall asleep.
I don't know.
But
I don't know about this shirt.
okay.
Do I look okay?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm not sure about it.
What do you think? You don't like it? Wait.
Let's go back.
You better decide now.
Okay, hold on. I fucked everything up.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
I did. Play season 2, episode 2.
This is season 2, episode 2.
This is season 2, episode 2.
What's going on? We don't know. We don't remember.
No,
We're
I
jumping
think.
right in.
Well, Jonas is in the future,
He's having a bad time.
and he went into the place that the deaf Elizabeth said don't go in there because it's forbidden, and she was fucking killing people who went in there. Which
Hanging 'em.
seemed, how did she become the boss of the apocalypse?
We always knew she was.
That's right. She's always been.
She's always been a little bad seedish.
That's right. I mean, I guess that there's a good reason.
With good reason.
But
I mean, the future does not look bright.
no, it's not going well. So, but Jonas snuck in there and he found the big blob.
He found the blob. He's trying to get back to.
He wants to go home.
The good place, which is anything but the Nazis in
The-
2052.
The nuclear apocalyptic times.
Very bad. They don't even have color. They're so poor.
And they're even less colorful than usual.
It'll
Oh, the
come.
new cop came.
New cop.
Oh, that really snivelly guy who's like, he reminds me of, Felix Unger,
Mhm.
right? And
Yes.
were we trying to figure out who would play him?
We were. You
We
said
forgot.
Kevin Spacey.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Would be
yeah.
good. I said George Rose, which is that's who he looks like. It's a very obscure.
I know, I have
Broadway
no
actor.
idea who George Rose is.
We'll put up he's this guy.
He's that guy, whoever that. Okay,
We're newscasters.
our newscasters.
Okay, here's 2-2.
2-2. An N.
Now you guys are telling us insistently the bunker
Is the wallpaper
is the
room.
wallpaper room, although I think the door is different.
How can it be the wallpaper room when doesn't Helga in the middle, when he's middle-aged, go down there? Unless there's another room in the
Unless
bunker.
it's a 2-bedroom bunker.
Yes, it must be a 2-bedroom bunker.
Maybe that's true. Maybe it can be.
I mean, unless I'm like, I mean, I'm not that bright. Some lady is talking and I just fucked up again. Boy, I'm really fucking up today. Okay,
Okay.
so
here
now
it
we're with
is.
Jonas standing next to the blob, creepy blob. He's listening to a tape recorder with instructions on how to time travel with the blob. All right, this is better. I'm really sorry. I wasn't feeling good myself. I can see myself on the monitor, as you probably have picked up because of my constant hair adjustments. And besides the fact that I don't like my hair as much today, which is really bumming me out,
It's
I
great.
could not take the new shirt on top of it. My Wi-Fi went out for a minute.
Oh no.
I'm having a hard time.
We're having a hard time sometimes.
Okay,
You do.
so Jonas was listening to a recording of an unidentified woman telling him our internet connection is unstable. I mean, nothing is going right.
Nothing's working.
Okay,
What does
let's go
that
back.
mean?
I don't know. It could cut us off again. Oh well.
He's cranking it up.
He turned something on. It's not
Uh-oh.
working, and he's getting mad. Who the fuck recorded this message? It's like an old-timey tape recorder. It's also like not from now. It's it's not like an iPhone
No,
recording. It's like a cassette.
it's a
recorder.
reel-to-reel like I had when I was a child.
Yeah, it's like the
long time
80s.
ago. Yeah.
It's an 80s tape recorder.
He's
He's
pushing
got
buttons.
controls like also old-timey, like with switches and like
Yeah.
a switchboard
A
operator.
big.
Yeah, like then, and like, yeah, you gotta lift a thing instead of push a button. Nothing works like that anymore. Is there, right? Everything's a button, but he really wants to go home.
Well, you'd want to go anywhere but here.
Yeah,
This place sucks.
he needs a haircut and a bath so badly.
Doing it again. Doing it again. It's cracking up.
You know, when he lifts the lever, electricity goes towards the blob.
And it goes from
Like a movie around to like a big black
sphere.
sphere, like a. And now he's looking at it expectantly. Oh wow! I hope that was the right thing to do. I mean, it's clearly
Yeah, no,
CG. I mean, you can't go hire a blob. It's hard not to look stupid in that hazmat suit.
Can you imagine how hot it is
Oh,
inside
Jesus
that?
Christ.
These poor kids shooting this.
You know, when they shoot something, this, you'll learn this for when you become big show business people. You know, all these lights are on and they're hot. And when the camera's not running, they can operate an air conditioner.
Yes.
But then it makes a lot of noise. So then when you shoot, they turn the air off. And now you're just on a set with really blazing lights on you. And that's why they got to come fix your makeup all the time, because you're sweating.
You're sweating.
You're like sweating, you get greasy.
The hottest I ever did was I was on Star Trek.
Oh, that's
I
right.
played a lizard king.
Yes.
Full face, full hands, and this onesie that was based on a scuba diving suit,
Yes.
and then it had shit on top of that. And it was just very hot.
If there are any Knots Landing fans who like the show enough to be watching this right now, but don't like the show enough to know that where the cul-de-sac is located, because I know some Knots Landing fans know. In the intro for Knots Landing, it makes it look like the cul-de-sac that we all live in is like right by the ocean, but it was really in Granada Hills, which is deep in the valley, so it get really fucking hot there. Let me know if you want more Knots Landing information. Oh, it's June 22nd, 1987. 5 days until the apocalypse. And we pop up with Mikkel waking up from a bad dream. And now we will say one of the fun parts of this show is that it's 3 seasons and probably is shot over 3 years. And we all have to pretend like
yes.
Mikkel does not look like a different fucking person.
You can tell
He's so
it's
much
him,
older. It's
but
like
it's
he
like-
is going through puberty as this show.
It's like he should
this,
be in college.
he's in Jonas's room.
That's so weird. There's
And
all the,
he's Jonas, and he's like a foot taller.
what do you do? There's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do except pretend it's not happening. I guess, did he go back in time to 1986? So it could be
This
later.
is a year later.
But it's 5 days, and I don't care.
No, 5 days until the
You know what?
apocalypse.
You figure it out.
Oh, well, you know what it could be.
What?
He spent a
Old
year
timey.
aging 10 years.
Okay, Nurse Mole is like going, that headband is not flatteringly placed on her head because it makes her look like she's bald underneath. I will say, like, stylistically, and I've said this to Jonathan as well, I don't like anything like when he puts on a hat.
Me.
You like a hat,
I do.
but I like it to be back off the top of his head because he has hair. But if you are a man and you wear a hat, you're bald to me. You might as well be bald.
Might as well.
And if you're a woman and you've got like a headband here without bangs peeking out, this, I feel like this part of your head is all bald. It's not good.
Yeah, but a hat is to cover your,
But it looks way better if it's, I'm telling
like,
you.
newsboy style.
Yeah, or 80s style. Maybe that's why I like it. you know, like an 80s rock star.
So he's saying it's my mother's birthday today.
Oh,
I have a question. Why doesn't he go see his parents?
his parents are teenagers.
Still?
It's
Guess so.
1987.
Yeah.
He's wearing like that fucking t-shirt with tennis rackets on it and the shortest European shorts. Okay, so, and this is middle-aged Claudia talking to her dad, Teidemann, and I guess he looks retired.
He looks retired.
She's in pink pants and she's got to go talk to the delegation because she runs the nuclear power plant. And he's like saying, whatever, I'm got nothing to do. Okay, so
He says this dog looks just like Gretchen.
yeah, this dog looks just like the
It
missing
is.
dog from the 50s, and it is the
It is
missing dog from
Gretchen.
the 50s. And this creepy new guy is saying, don't you want to go talk to Mrs. Tiedemann? Charlotte is using the always useful tactic of passive aggressive cuntiness
Mhm.
to let this guy know that she doesn't want to,
Don't like
I
you.
don't like you telling me what to do. Why don't you just fucking do it all?
My police department.
I have to tell you that I have seen this show a billion times and we have been watching this, and he's saying he needs to talk to Mrs. Tiedemann, and I don't remember who that is. Do you?
I
Because
think
Egon Tiedemann's daughter?
I think it's Regina.
Oh, no, because she's married to Alexander. And I don't,
Because this has to be the 2019s, right?
I know, but it's like, who's
It's not-
Mrs. Tiedemann? This new character walked into Charlotte Doppler's office and is basically repeating
Yeah.
the plot.
It's like
He's like going, and there's a door in the cave that leads to the
Look,
nuclear power
Claudia,
plant.
We're doing our reactions to the Netflix show Dark.
And this is season 2, and we've already done season 1. A lot of the times you have to do that in a TV show because the network wants you to remind the audience
people.
what
So it's really,
happened.
what do you call that? It's not pipe.
It's exposition.
No, because it's not new information.
Yeah, what is it? Repeaty pipe. Let's call it that.
It's repeaty pipe.
It's repeaty pipe. And
It's reminding people.
Remindo pipe. But you would think they wouldn't do that in this show unless it's not bingeable in Germany. For our German fans, does Dark in Germany, did it show like you could binge the whole season, or did it come out once a week? Because Repeaty Pipe is I haven't seen the show since last week. But even then they go, last week on Lost. What? Okay, finally. Okay, this is, listen,
unusual that he took
it
her
took-
wife's name.
it took a
His
long,
wife's name.
it took a long time for us to get here and that the show answered a question that Jonathan and I may have just spent 5 minutes trying to figure out who's Mrs. Tiedemann. But this
It's Regina.
Felix Unger, Felix Unger Tough Cop is also commenting that it's weird that Alexander took his wife's name. So and there we go. Charlotte's acting like, go fuck yourself. He's a real asshole. Yeah, you know who else he reminds me of? These references are not for if there's any young people watching this show, because what I'm about to say is maybe one of the oldest things I've said besides Hogan's Heroes.
What?
He reminds me of Frank Burns on MASH.
Yes. He is Frank Burns on MASH.
Is there anyone within the last 20 years that is this character? No.
I'm sure
I hate
there
myself.
is.
I hate myself.
Wow.
I can't think of anybody. I am very obsessed with my appearance.
Just today.
Now she's like, are you
Oh,
coming?
yeah? You coming to
He's
that?
like, okay. I mean, I feel like I could beat the shit out of that guy. How is he a cop? Little deaf girl
There's her
sitting there with her
sister.
hot sister. That's a big book for a little
Got a
girl.
giant book.
I think I know what that book is, honestly. There used to be out here a spiritual bookstore on Melrose called the Bodhi Tree. And it had every new age, it had every book of new age bullshit, plus herbs and incense and
Mhm.
chimes and candles.
Is it still there?
No, it's gone. And it was a big Hollywood sort of, you could go in there and see a movie star reading about, the I Ching easily. And they had like a gigantic book, like about as big as this human, called, that I don't remember the name of, but it was by Manly P. Hall. And it was like a book of theosophy. I'm going to look it up right now. And I think that's what she's looking at. And theosophy is a bullshit American, yes, called this. I think she's looking at the book called The Secret Teachings of All Ages. And if you are, and Manly P. Hall was a Canadian-born author, lecturer, astrologer, and mystic. And that book, The Secret Teaching of All Ages, came out in 1928. And the good thing about the book is it has a lot of really cool pictures in it. And I think I did buy this book because I was on TV, so I could buy a fucking $50 book that I've lost. Frederica is like going, where the fuck have you been, Magnus? And the last thing Magnus saw Frederica do is put money in that box in the woods, and then the sex worker came. I know where you got the money. Blow, all right, so he thinks that the reason why Frederica put money in a box that the sex worker is because she's a sex worker. He's accusing her of anal and blowjob. Magnus should count himself lucky that Frederica's still going out with him because his hair's grown out. It's not a good length. The highlights, he's like got bleached tips now. He looks like shit. I mean, that kid did a good job of looking like shit because he went from like a hot tan surfer type to like a pale, skinny, not as good looking person.
He's distraught.
She is mad that he thinks she's a prostitute, which if you said that to me, would I be that offended? I think I would laugh.
I think you would laugh.
I'd go, what the fuck?
What are you talking about?
How'd you come up with that? Oh, I followed you.
And how do you know what it costs?
Yeah, how do you know?
How do you know? It's that old trope.
Anal is only 85 euros.
I know.
Let me tell you, I would charge at least 200 because that's not a spontaneous activity, if you know what I'm saying.
How many dollars is 85 euros?
The answer is $100.27.
$100?
Does that mean the dollar is good?
I don't know.
If we go to Euroland, can we get more things for $100? She wasn't selling blowjobs in euros. She's selling hormone therapy prescriptions.
You
You
idiot.
idiot.
To the sex worker. Oh, her father,
Yeah.
Weepy Shrink, would pay the sex worker with prescriptions because he's a psychiatrist.
Why didn't
He would write prescriptions for the sex worker to get hormones
in exchange for
blowjobs,
40 euros, 80.
anal, 85.
So 3 prescriptions for anal. I don't know, maybe it's hard to get hormone prescriptions. Or maybe, I guess the German health insurance system is not as
Doesn't
good.
cover it?
It doesn't
Let
cover
us know.
Let us know. Can you get hormone therapy in Germany if you're trans? The one thing that I love about this actor playing Magnus is he has such an ability to look like his mind is just fucking blown. Like before all this shit started happening, all he did was get high, jerk off.
Now he's gone to, like, he's a squirrel in the middle of
I
a
know.
highway. It's
His
just like,
father's missing, his brother's missing, his
Everything is
mother is
crazy.
locked in his brother's room,
With a
his
pile of
girlfriend
paper.
is selling hormone prescriptions to sex workers. Someone's looking at pictures now. Who is it?
Who's that?
Who's that? Oh, it's Hannah. Oh, Hannah, we forgot to remind everybody the biggest fucking thing. Middle-aged Jonas is staying in his old fucking bedroom with his
With
mother.
his mom. So there is, your child is the same age as you.
Yes, we forgot. He had a shower, did not shave. He's got a nice tan, that guy. He says, she says, what is that? And
A
he says,
time
it's a
machine.
time machine.
A time
On
machine.
time machine. You know, it takes you 33 years into the past and 33 years into the future.
just like the cave.
What do you think about that, Mom? Hey, you
What
said
it
I wouldn't
does.
amount to anything. Look at me now.
Look at me now.
Hannah's like, wow, what do you know about that? I got to touch this.
She's fondling the time machine.
He creeped around being weird and inscrutable,
Mm-hmm.
except to Jonas, who we told everything to.
Himself.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah.
whatever. And it didn't work. His plan, it didn't work. Nothing good happened. Young Jonas is trapped in the future. And so now he had to go back to his mom because moms always have to do everything. If my daughter showed up here and she was middle-aged and said she fucked up a time machine thing, I think I'd probably go, okay, hold on, let me get my keys. Now where do I have to go? A lot of people in this episode are repeating emotional pipe about keeping secrets and how keeping secrets are bad, because that's what Magnus was bitching about to Frederica. Oh,
Yes,
everyone's got the
secrets.
secrets. And Frederica says, it's not the secrets, it's what we project onto people, which is, okay, sure.
True.
I mean, I don't know, secrets are also bad. And Jonas is saying to his mom, secrets are bad. Oh, and now we got Mikkel in these shorts. I gotta tell you something. Somebody's gotta help this kid with his wardrobe because he's never gonna be popular. One day he's in a fucking skeleton onesie with a fucking top hat, and now he's in,
Short shorts.
I mean, and a bob haircut, a bob, like he's a flapper in the
This
20s.
is
He's in the 80s,
full on 80s.
but it's not, they didn't buy a song. It's composer made this song.
Oh, it's a fake song.
It's a fake song. Oh no, I'm sorry, take that back. It's a real song.
It's a real song.
And Hannah is looking at him. She's Katarina's bitch. Now we see middle-aged Claudia. Oh God.
Beleaguered assistant.
Yeah, her assistant who has the worst wardrobe. I mean, these old 80s clothes are not great. I mean, in general, they're not great, but these are also just not good even back then. Germany people, is this an accurate representation of 80s clothes in Germany? Because I think we did have a nicer, I mean, Claudia's shirt is, well, first of all, that looks like a swastika. So the assistant, I know this is going to be really good. The assistant is saying there's a lady in your office waiting for you, and she says your dog is her dog.
Gretchen is her dog.
Middle-aged Claudia is saying, I called the shelter. They said they weren't missing a dog, and you know what? The dog looks just like a kid. A dog I had as a kid. Old lady goes, Gretchen.
Mhm.
Middle-aged Claudia is like, what? How do you know that? Because mine, it's mein Dunkel.
Mein Hundes.
It's my dog, just like it's yours. The jig is up, folks. She's just like, fucking, I'm telling you. So old Gretchen's like going, I am you. And she remembers being you and me telling me I am you. Right?
Yep.
Some things have to happen as they always have. The cave. So incident last summer. Something else happened after all. Middle-aged Gretchen is going, oh yeah, that's right. Something crazy happened in the fucking cave. Someone's walking in the mist in the woods. Oh, it's Jonas in the future. Okay. Yeah, it looks like shit. He's playing music. What's he gonna play? Oh, that's good.
So they're gonna investigate. Who's playing that music?
Yeah, why is
In
there
our
music
nice
playing? what do they need to do now? If you were in the army after the apocalypse, who do you gotta fight? What the
I
fuck?
think they're just all killing each other.
But why? Alexander and Regina are in the woods.
She got all
She's
pretty
all
for this
fucking,
guy.
she's like a new girl. She's got on yellow high heels. And she's like saying, do you believe in ghosts and demons and we're reading a book about it in school and we inherit the ghosts and demons from our parents. It's just the kind of hot shit that a guy wants to hear. Asshole detective is like going, listen, let's get to the real reason why your fucking husband took your last name. Don't fuck with me. And so Regina changes the subject by saying a stranger came to the hotel. And she's talking about middle-aged Jonas. He's chewing the scenery.
Yeah, he's doing that. What did you really mean? You know, he's that kind of interrogator. I'm gonna come closer to you.
Oh,
and be
God.
double creepy now. This stranger.
What did he look like?
Stare into my big bug eyes.
And tell me everything. Okay, someone's in the cave. Oh, it's middle-aged Jonas
Middle-aged
with
Jonas.
future flashlight and time
there's-
machine
and his
and
mom.
police and his mom. He's like, I'm telling you everything.
So
And now we're back to Shorty Shorts Mickle in the woods. He's hitting leaves with
stick.
a stick. We're going back and forth from Hannah and Jonas in the cave and Mickle in the woods. Oh, they're going to time travel together. These kids will not stay out of the fucking woods. He's running away, which is like a little late to think of that now, isn't it?
Time machine is creating the God particle,
Yes.
and it's gonna
Well,
engulf
it
them.
blocked them.
Uh-oh.
Who the fuck? Fucking Noah is sitting out there inside that
Just-
cave with a cigarette going, shouldn't you be at school? Oh, Noah's stopping him from seeing Jonas and Hannah because he knows Jonas and Hannah are going to show up. This is like the first time Mikkel's really talking and his voice is so much lower.
Yeah.
And he's like, you were at the hospital. Oh, he's eating an apple with a knife.
with a knife. Where are you at school?
He's doing it like that. And then he doesn't just take the piece of apple, he does that. He like turns it. It's like the way a cool guy eats an apple.
Yeah. with a
It's like,
knife.
I'm a bad boy, and this is how bad boys eat
Eat
an
an
apple.
apple. He's like Sting.
Yes, he is. I gotta tell you something. I would fucking run away from this. You
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
you guys.
He's too intense.
This actor, which we have talked about this before, is just like, he's got these creepy fucking eyes, man. God always, sometimes sometimes it seems like a mistake, but then it's all good again. Stay out of the
And then he
cave.
just walks away.
And then he just walks away. Fucking Egon comes by Helga's shack where he makes
This
his,
is like Egon, he's like old Clint Eastwood. This is like he's gonna
Yes.
settle all his scores.
that's right. Egon's gonna figure this out before he dies. He comes to see, oh, fucking Helga's in the hospital making pine cone dolls. He's not even in the shack. So Egon's like, I got nothing but time, except for the fact that I have cancer.
But until then,
Until then, I want to know what the fuck happened with Mads.
one last case.
On that day, you had a shift at the nuclear power plant. You said you took the country road
But
home,
that's a
but that's
detour.
a detour. Why didn't you take the forest road? Who said that? It's the man with the stone. Helga's saying no one can change it. No one can, not even the white devil. This is like Christmas morning
On
to
Teufel.
Egon Teidemann, because he has been worried about Satanists since the
This
50s.
whole time.
And now Helga has said there's a white devil.
A white
And
devil.
Egon Tiedemann is like, the white devil, I fucking knew it.
Yes, please.
More. Helga's like, I'm going back to my pine cone. Oh, now fucking Helga starts with the
With the
tick-tock.
TikTok.
I guess that's Helga's way to get out of any conversation.
Is to say TikTok.
Yeah, like ask me a question.
Claudia, where were you last night?
Tick-tock, tick-tock,
Were you in the kitchen?
tick-tock, tick-tock.
Yeah.
I have to tell him. I have to tell him.
And who?
TikTok. Okay, Jonas has got his gasoline and he's going to the big wall. When did they build that wall? That wasn't there. Oh, no, it is the wall. Is
What
that the
wall?
wall? This wall.
I don't know.
I mean, there's a tiny hole at the bottom, so Jonas goes through. I don't know. It's not a good wall. Well, you know, the nice thing is
What?
this mystery has brought Charlotte and Peter back together.
Yeah, they're closer together
They're
now.
not yelling at each other and, you know, they're not shitty to each other now that the cat's out of the bag, and they're sort of working with each other
Yeah.
to figure out what's going
What the
on.
hell's going
And she's
on?
able to confide in him. That's nice. This is how time travel can bring you together.
Yes, yes.
Repair of marriage. Oh, someone is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're going to hang Jonas. Jonas has got a noose around his neck,
They're gonna hang him for
and
going
he did
where
a
he
very
shouldn't have
good
gone.
job of making one tear. I was reading how can you cry on cue? Well, you have to keep your eyes open and not blink
Mhm,
for a long time,
mhm.
and then they start to water. And when they start to water, you start to think the face, then you don't close your eyes. And at least, but making a big tear, the other thing is you have to drink a lot of water or else no water will come out. That, I think, is what Sterling K. Brown, who was on This Is Us, said. You got to drink a lot of water if you want to get the Denzel tear.
That's what Michael Caine said.
Don't close your eyes.
Yeah, when you play a strong character, don't close your eyes.
Yeah, that in that acting tape, and also look at the upstage eye.
Well, that's
That I didn't know.
who says that. You know who said that to me?
Nanette Fabre.
Yes,
What's the oldest reference we can come up with?
I think it's Nanette Fabre.
Well, what about I was on the Johnny Carson show with Lee Van Cleef?
That's
And I do have a picture, which we'll put up there. Okay.
That's-
So, oh my God, she's hanging
him.
him.
Who is this?
It's Sildwa.
Do we see her at other ages?
Later. Jonas is dying,
He's hanging.
but
Full
Elizabeth.
on hanging.
Elizabeth's got to feel bad. She grew up with this. She's going to unhang him. She shoots the rope.
That is the thing they do a lot.
It's
is
very
somebody's-
hard to shoot a rope.
I think it's super hard.
Yeah. They do it a lot in Westerns.
Yes. Do we see this one with the scar on her face again?
This is the spoiler alert to end all spoiler alerts. When Hannah goes back in time and she fucks young Egon Tiedemann, Hannah
Yeah.
Troublemaker,
Yeah.
that's their daughter.
Insane.
Do you remember that?
Of course.
Okay, but
But and
that's
then
not
she
enough
goes,
proof.
how does she get to the future?
You know, time travel. Who cares?
These people, they need some condoms or something. It's
Yeah.
like time machine sex travel.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
You just go back in time and
They got two problems, not just time travel, but also they fuck a lot.
they fuck a lot when they, I mean, I
And
guess
they
maybe,
sure, and they don't use birth control.
maybe it gets you excited. Maybe time travel is like, ooh,
It's an aphrodisiac.
it gets you going.
Egon's on the phone with somebody asking what the fuck happened to Ulrich Nielsen, who I arrested in 1953. And we don't know who he's on the phone with, but he is on hold. He's opened up his 1953
files.
case file full of newspaper pictures. Is this
Suddenly
man
he
a
pulled
child
out the
murderer?
Rubik's Cube again.
Oh my God, if he pulled out that Rubik's Cube, I'd be so happy. Ulrich went back in time to 53,
Oops, wrong turn. Went back too far.
and he's been stuck in the past for 33 years.
Not just in the past. He's not like on the island of Capri. He's in a smells like pee mental institution.
Yeah, Egon is like, talk to head nurse. I'm Chief Inspector Teidemann, and I'd like to speak to a patient. And then the nurse goes, like they all fucking do.
Yeah.
So he's like, didn't you know I was coming? He's wearing his fishing jacket. So if he wanted to pull this off better, he should have put on his uniform. Like,
Yeah,
okay, now we're in the crazy people.
that's the part I would get. I'd be one of those guys.
Smoking a cigarette, working on a jigsaw puzzle for 20 years. I'm gonna figure it out any day now.
Not even close.
Making dream catchers.
Entschuldigen Sie bitte,
Egon says, excuse me, please.
vielleicht erinnern Sie
You may
sich
not
nicht mehr.
remember me anymore.
Mein Name ist Egon
My name
Teidemann.
is Egon Teidemann.
Ich habe Sie vor 34 Jahren verhaftet.
Okay, I got
Folks,
once more. Hats off to casting, because they got an old man that looks like the other two, but old. You know, like he's not like a carbon copy, and he's also not related to them, and it's not the same person. A totally new actor, and Egon's
he
gone to
sees
talk to him,
Tiedemann.
and he goes like,
Egon Teidemann.
he knows exactly who the fuck he
He
is.
knows,
He
yeah,
says Egon Teidemann.
I remember you.
My only aim is to take many lives. The more, the better I feel.
Oh my God! You know what he's doing now? You know what he's doing now? Old Ulrich.
You're talking English.
He's quoting the heavy metal song that teenage Ulrich was listening to when Egon showed up at his house and accused him of Satanism.
Das bedeutet, dass du Trottel immer noch nicht verstanden hast.
Yeah, Ulrich is like, I'm telling you everything. Egon goes, what does it mean? And Ulrich says, it means you're a moron. And you still don't know what the fuck is going on. So whatever, Mikkel comes home.
I've joined the army. I'm so grown up now.
Yeah, I went and I got a job. And Nurse Mole says there are some days it's just better to forget, which is basically what she told him when he left for school. And she's basically going, I don't want to hear any crazy shit from you. And her solution is the same as I have done with my daughter, food.
Yeah.
She's going to make him something called Toast Hawaii.
Is that a thing?
Toast Hawaii is an open sandwich consisting of a slice of toast with ham and cheese, a maraschino cherry in the middle of a pineapple slice. Wow. All right. That's not, if my daughter was upset and I was trying to get her to shut up with food, I say, let's make frosting. Mikkel seems like he's grown 10 years since yesterday.
He's
Like
grown.
his voice got lower within this episode. Okay. Anyway, he's saying to Nurse Mole, do you believe God has a plan for us? She thinks God's plan for her is for her to be there for Mikkel.
Well, that's true.
That's nice.
That's probably right.
Yeah, but God's plan for Mikkel is to never see his family
Yes,
again.
to get fucked and live in the past.
So she, you know what? Let's have this Toast Hawaii. Help me make the Toast Hawaii. before you get any older,
Yeah. You're
before
gonna
you
be,
outgrow it.
you're gonna be 40 in like a minute.
Oh, now they're in apocalypse forest, right?
They got their fancy.
They got their future flashlights. I'll tell you one thing, whoever invented the future flashlight after an apocalypse, when I don't think anything is being invented,
Yeah.
has a lot of get up and go. Yeah, I want a future flashlight. See, they go like that. I'll say one thing. You know, Claudia on this show is in great shape. Because not only does she go up and down that fucking rope, she also keeps it tight and all right. Because 33 years in the future, she's also like a fucking old lady digging a fucking hole. And I don't know if you've ever tried to dig a hole with a shovel. Neither have I. Old Claudia in the future knows how to dress for adventure.
For digging.
Middle-aged Claudia doesn't even change into her pajamas when she gets home, which I can tell you one thing, this Claudia does.
All right.
Okay, he flips the switch, electricity hits the God
Bombarding
particle. Still just like, whoa.
Uh-oh, turning into
And
a
it turns
sphere.
into a sphere. It goes from blob to sphere. Still just like, you're gonna go into that fucking
Yeah.
thing? And Jonas is like, and let me tell you something. You know what you can get in the past that you can't get here?
What?
A shower. I could get a washcloth. I could get a hamburger.
And anything else.
I could get
'Cause-
laid.
Unless you want radioactive ash, there's really not a lot
Going
for us
on.
here or hung.
He's like, it doesn't matter if I die outside or in here or whatever. I don't give a shit. I hate it here. That would be me. I hate it here.
This
I
kid,
don't,
he's gotten more than he bargained for.
I'm getting in this fucking portal. Fuck it. Bye.
Bye, walks right in.
Bye.
Jonas.
Goes back to blob. Jonas is out of the future. That's good. He did a good job. That's it.
That's it. What an app.
Wow, that was great. Click like, subscribe,
Subscribe. We've learned many things.
tell everybody. Okay, bye.
Bye, see you
Bye.
later, see you next time, bye.
See you next time.